Hi there, Sandra here from Createinspain, and today I'm going to be making what they call a milk carton house. It's a very crafty way of making a three-dimensional house from basically one piece of card, then the other bits are decorative items, well, apart from the roof. I suppose you could even class that as decorative. So I've designed this one so that the windows will actually open if you want them to. I probably won't pop them open today. I'm still recovering from a leg fracture and I can't sit at my desk for too long, so I won't spend very long doing this. So I'm not going to bother to put acetate behind this, which I would otherwise do. I'm just going to make it as is. Now all the score lines are in the file, but if I try and score this at the moment, there's a high chance that I'm going to come unstuck because there's a very small gap between this score line here and this score line there. So I want to make sure that is well and truly scored. I'm going to go over it again. I cut this on my laser for the simple reason it's right next to me on the desk and it makes life easier today. Don't have to move around the craft room quite as much. So if I fold that back now, I've got a nice fold. Right, I'm going to fold these back. I haven't made one of these for ages, not for years. So I can't quite remember exactly how it folds together, and I might make a mistake on folding things in one direction when it should be in another. I mean, the sides are pretty straightforward. Oh, I do need to do the lines across the sides here. So these can now fold. Yeah, that's better. Less chance of me putting a crease in between the windows and the corner of the wall doing it this way. Now this, I think, goes that way. That's what I think. And then that one goes like that. And then that one, I think, goes like that. And that goes like that, I think. Right, now I've cut out a load of windows and doors, and I've just got a glue pen that I'm going to use to put these on because they're very small pieces and I figure I'll probably get into less mess doing it this way for the time being. It's not what I would prefer to use because this stuff is not the strongest glue on the market, but it'll give you an idea of what it's going to look like, which was the general intention. So, okay, so I've got all my windows on. I actually had to cut an extra window because I lost one. I don't know where I lost it. It didn't go in the bin. It doesn't appear to be on my desk. It's not stuck to my arms. I don't know where it went. I had to just do one more window, which is a bit of a pain, but there we go. And I'm now going to put some double-sided tape on this fold line here. Pretty close to the edge. Like that. And another one here. I could use a wider tape, but this one tends to be a bit stickier than some of the others I have. So less likely to fall apart on me afterwards. So to put it together, fold that side over and take this piece off and then fold that over. So we have our basic shape. Now the bottom part of it is very, very simple because these two sides go in and that goes in like so, and then this folds in and tucks in to keep it shut. Now I am going to make sure that the front door is opened for a particular reason, because I'm going to put a light in here. And this is worth hanging around for because I found some new lights and those, they are going to be fun. No, I should have folded this before I actually stuck the sides together. Ah, typical, typical, typical. Can I get this undone? Yeah, I can. I'll just put some more tape on. Oops, just lost a window frame. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right. And that's the point. I was going to stick the windows down as well doing that. I didn't think of that. I did not think of that at all. This is turning into a how not to, isn't it? Until I'm out of practice. I haven't made anything for ages. Get it off my fingers, that will be helpful. Right. So I need to fold that crease there, which I hadn't folded. I'd scored it and I haven't folded it. And that is what is making it difficult. Okay, so that is now folded. I've lost two of those and there's only one on the desk. Ah, there's the other one. Right, let's put some more glue onto these to get them to stick on. Now you see, what I would normally have done if I wasn't trying to limit my time in the craft room is to do a dry run, check for things that I'd forgotten or for possible mistakes, and then make a second one. But I was trying to limit my time in here and haven't done it. In actual fact, my foot's not feeling too bad. Because I broke a bone in my ankle. And at the moment I'm not allowed to put any weight on. Well, I'm allowed to put a tiny amount of weight on it. But only tiny. Right, okay. Let's make sure those are not going to cause a problem when we do that. Now you see, this was the problem I had. So what I need to do is to take a pair of scissors. Or a craft knife. Actually, I've got. I don't know how I use scissors. Only at the moment. Okay, and I'm going to take a little bit out of the side seam, if you like, where these two windows are. Okay. Now I can redo my tape. It's funny how things worked out because I had planned a bit of a sabbatical during the summer because I was suffering a bit from burnout and just generally tired. And I thought, right, I'll have a bit of a holiday during the summer. So before I did that, I made some extra videos and I scheduled them for September. So there is actually another video today. Comes out later on. But I wanted to use some lights that I got. Aha, there we are. Now we don't have anything behind those windows and they can, in fact, open if I want them to, like so. I said normally I would put some acetate behind here. I'm just not doing it today. It's just not going to happen. Right, so this goes like that. Okay, I've sorted out the problem. I had made the roof the wrong size. I'd resized things, and for whatever reason, I obviously hadn't resized the roof to be the correct size, and it wasn't going to fit, and yeah. So yes, you do just squeeze in the sides and then put it together so that it is very much like a milk carton. And all I'm going to do is use a piece of double-sided tape, just one piece, on the back and the front, squeeze it together, and then just put the roof on like so. Okay, so we have the little house. Pretty easy once you get your brain into gear, which I certainly didn't have mine in gear this afternoon, but it looks pretty nice. And as I said, the windows will open if you want them to. Now it's important to have the door opening for the battery and the light. Now I picked up some lights and I've got them in 3 different colours and they were very, very cheap. I got them off of AliExpress and they are very special little lamps. They are operated by a magnet. Great fun. So I'm just going to pick one. I'll go for it. Pink, why not? Let's have a pink light. Now the sets come with the batteries, the lamps, and you can see these are tiny little things, and even come with magnets. I was prepared for it not to come with the magnet because I've got loads of little, tiny little magnets anyway, so it wouldn't have worried me. But these lights, oh my. I only got them in the post yesterday and they did take a little while to get here. It must be a couple of weeks maybe. So just get one of these out. And one of the batteries. Whoops. Come on. I know it's open because I opened it yesterday just to test it, just to see what it was like. Here we go. Put those back in. Now I do not recommend this if you have little children who are likely to get hold of these, because both these are lethal, both batteries and LEDs and things. You do not want little kids swallowing them. So we want to have the smooth side on that way round, I think it was. I think it was that way round. Okay, and you pop the battery in. You probably press it down and it works, so it has to get it in. And if I've got it the right way round, when I put the magnet near, here we go, magnet near, it lights up. Okay, there we are. You have a little light. I don't know if you can actually see that on camera, because on camera this is coming up just white, but it's bright fuchsia pink. And so then you can put this in your little house. Oops, helps if you put it out the right way. And you will have a little lamp in your house. Now this isn't what I actually purchased it for. Now if I close my blind up, maybe you'll be able to see how bright this is. I don't know. Let me just see. My little house. You can see that it's pretty well, I mean, from where I'm sat, it looks great. There is a strong light all the way through. This is a stronger light than I would normally get by using a tea light. Much more power in that by the looks of it. And it is a 3-volt battery. And just open up the light again. So the idea is you can, let's just put this out here. Come on. Here we go. What you can do is just put a little bit of blue tack or something, and you can either put it just inside the door and stick it on a bit of blue tack, or you could put a piece of double-sided tape on if you wanted to just stick it on. And then you do that, and one way or the other it actually switches it off. There we go, it's now off. Put it into contact again for a second or so, and it switches it on. Switches it off. Takes a little time to do it, but not much. And you may be thinking, well, maybe it's got to be so close. It does have to be relatively close, but I have some little, I've got these other lights here, and I put this inside a box. Now this is a plastic box. If I put that in there, it will still actually work. There you are, you can actually see it glowing. It's like magic. Now I have seen people, Daniel Cooper had used one of these types of lights, I think, in a piece of jewellery. And at the time I had absolutely no idea what kind of lights he'd put in the jewellery, but this must be it, because he had a pendant, put a little light in. I didn't see what went into it, put a little light in, and then had a ring. And when you waved the ring near the pendant, it lit up. I thought, magic. And this must have been what he was using. He's a brilliant resin artist. So if you haven't come across Daniel Cooper and you like resin, you might want to give his channel a look. So I've got some of these in different colours. Now I don't know how long the batteries will last, but I am guessing very similar to the normal 3-volt batteries that you get. You know, it's not the sort of thing that you're going to have on permanently. But my intention when I bought these wasn't necessarily for this sort of 3D thing, but when I do wooden items and I want them to light up, or maybe just create some kind of, perhaps my husband does some 3D printing or something, you want a little lamp to go in it. Just being able to put a magnet near it would be a great idea. Now, it isn't my intention to just have magnets like this lying around. What I intend to do is to get some lollipop sticks or something like that, adhere it to the stick, and then when you wave the stick in, you'll be able to switch it on and off. So yeah, these were very, very cheap. I can't remember the exact cost, but it was like less than €1 each, including the battery. And I think that's pretty good going. Certainly a very convenient way to be able to put something into, for example, a card. I'm thinking to myself, that's small enough. I could even put that into a shaker card and not have any wiring. Just stick it in the shaker card and someone waves a wand over it and it switches on. Brilliant. I just haven't had the time yet to do a nice shaker design to make the most of it, but I do think it would be a great idea. So yeah, when I'm in the craft room for a bit longer, I will be having a play. So expect some Christmas lighting up things from me later on. So maybe a bit more. There we go. Takes a bit of pressure to get it out because it is very, very tight. But yeah, I think that is going to be a great thing to have some fun with over the next couple of months or so. Or at least when I get back into my craft room on a regular basis. My foot is now starting to swell up and get a bit tight feeling. So I'm going to head back downstairs and be a good girl and put my foot up. I am so fed up with sitting down. It's incredible. I'm not used to long periods of inactivity. It's doing my head in, as you can tell. Anyway, that is those. If you're curious about these are 3-volt ones, and these happen to be red. I've got them in a variety of colours. I've got red, I've got white, I've got purple, I've got blue. And these, I've not actually taken them out to hold. Ooh, oh dear, I've just broken one. Oops. They're not flexible. Okay, I have broken one. Yeah, they're not flexible. These have got the little connectors on either side. So again, these would be absolutely brilliant for putting into cards because they've got virtually no size to them. The biggest thing you're going to put in the card is the battery to operate them. Again, they operate on 3 volts. And yeah, I think I better throw that one out. That one's definitely broken. Oops. Never mind. They were cheap enough. And yeah, in fact, I ordered quite a few of them just to get up to the free postage mark, which I think was €10. I've got lots. So I got 9 of these little ones, and then I've got this little lot in the different colours. So I've got lots and lots of battery operated lights to use now, which is going to be great fun. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed my ramblings, and I'll see you again soon, hopefully. Take care now.